back to SA Sports Show. Barry, I know you love your golf.
Absolutely.
But what about this young, I think he's a superstar.
Well, we've got some stars in South Australia for sure. This boy's one of them, no problem at all, mate. We've got a lot of very good players here that should get a little bit more exposure.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's what I'm saying. They should get a little bit more.
Well, they're starting here.
Yeah, they're
one of them starting here.
Yeah.
Welcome, Kade, Bryant.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Fantastic. What about how you're going along? Not only are you on the state team for the juniors, but also the seniors as well. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was very good to be able to get selected in that team. Knowing how many good male golfers we've got in South Australia was a very cool experience to play alongside them.
We've also got the guru of golf as well, Gary Thompson. So welcome from the Glenelg Golf Club.
Thanks,
he's doing so well.
Absolutely, yes. He's played senior pennant for us for the last 2 years, and he's just done an absolutely magnificent job. So we're looking for a lot more before he decides to turn professional.
I did mention just a second ago that we've got a lot of talent in South Australia, Doug.
We have.
Not only Kade, but we've had a number of players sit in that seat there that you've actually wheeled in.
Yep.
They're really good players. There are some real good players that probably deserve a little bit more exposure. I know the game's not getting the exposure it should. We had a great event on the weekend.
I don't understand our press here, because, like, for the first time in, I don't know, it must be 5 years, that we had a $200,000 tournament.
Exactly.
Now, okay, they're playing for 2 million and plus 20 million in places around the world, but to get something like that, and it exposed all our juniors, but we had, okay, they're probably the B list of Australian professional golfers, but well, that's pretty unfair, the B list, but they're not our international players. But not one thing in the paper. I mean, outside of Ben Hook, who always has something about golf in the Sunday Mail, you can't get anything about what's happening in our sport.
Okay, there's no argument for no on this, because the participation, as far as golf goes, is massive. Is massive. It's a game played by a lot of people.
Absolutely.
I get stunned by the lack of coverage, because that event was a beauty.
It'd be interesting to know the actual figures, but there's probably more golfers than maybe lawn bowls, but lawn bowls are much smaller teams.
I think it's second most
participated,
and money interest to only car racing.
Right.
So the money actually spent on golf equipment and the social side of it's only second to motor racing. So it's just a huge sport. And how are you coping with it all? I mean, you're 16 and still at school, and you're playing seniors and juniors, and obviously development is here in Australia, South Australia, and probably obviously now you need to look a bit overseas as well.
Yeah, it's definitely hard juggling up school and trying to practice and do as much as you can. But you definitely just got to do your best and see where it takes you.
Don't worry about school, mate. Don't worry about it, mate.
He doesn't.
Just get out there and whack them, mate. How did you find the event, mate? That wouldn't be the first biggie you've played in, but it's a pretty important event, the event on the weekend at Wollonga.
Yeah, it was very cool. Also, we played on the weekend, but I had the opportunity to go out and watch on Thursday and Friday, and just watch the pros. Is just so cool to learn from them.
So when you watch these guys, mate, and I asked my lad the same question. He was there. He went down to the not allowed to play because he didn't do his homework, which is quite amazing, really. But anyway,
they're sticklers for that.
That's not like his father.
Yeah.
But to watch that, mate, do you find yourself? Gee, I fit in okay here. I'm okay here. When you're looking at these players that have been around a little bit now, a few of those boys, how do you see yourself, mate? Do you see yourself fitting in there okay?
Definitely, yeah. You look at them and go, there's not, like, I'm obviously tracking in the right direction, and just to see, like, how locked in they are all the time, no outside noise that affects them.
How did you get involved in golf? I mean, was it something that you might have done with someone in your family, and all of a sudden, what?
It was actually a funny story. My parents actually never played golf.
Right.
Got in from a family friend up in where I used to live in Renmark. And he got me into it down at local golf club and got around like that. So my mum and dad actually never played.
You must just have such a natural ability. I mean, to now represent South Australia in both seniors and juniors. There's got to be a real natural aspect to that.
Yeah, definitely. When I was growing up, just played every sport possible, and now when I was got to about 10 or 11 or maybe even early, I was just like, nah, golf's it. That's all I want to play. So gave up every other sport and focused on that.
Wow.
Renmark Country Club?
Yes, that was
Played
it.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go there every year. It's a good track down there.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, well, what I remember of it.
Yeah, not anymore.
Pretty heavy weekend, that one.
And Gary, what about participation at a junior level going through to the seniors? You've seen a really good trend there?
Oh, absolutely. They do get a fantastic opportunity today. You only have to look at all of the junior foundations that are being set up at all the major golf clubs in Adelaide. And, Golf Australia with their high performance program and their coaching that they're supplying now, it gives kids an incredible opportunity. And if you head to a practice fairway on a Sunday morning, and it's amazing how many, they're this high.
Yeah.
They're 4 or 5 years of age out there, and they're getting into it, of that, there might be, if you take, say, the 4 major courses here in Grange, Glenelg, Cooey and Royal Adelaide, there's probably 50 kids at each place on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And, okay, you're going to get your drop-offs, but if you get 10 of them keep going through and you get 10 every year, you're going to find some really good players amongst it eventually.
Yeah.
So... the opportunities they get, and if you go now to Kooyonga and just see the coaching facilities that they've set up, it's seriously world class.
That's right.
And now Adrian Wickstein, who's looked after the high performance program in South Australia, and has done an incredible job, because we won the seniors interstate series 2 years ago, and hadn't won it for something like 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
So you have to say his program is working, and now he's moving to Kooyonga to just, take advantage of all those facilities.
Yeah.
And they have everything from like TrackMan, which is filming every shot you play, how far it goes, where it goes, the percentage of everything. Test every equipment you've got.
Talk about money into the sport.
It's absolutely. And it's these TrackMan things that they're very expensive, and
there wouldn't be one around that would cover my shots, mate.
No,
the TrackMan hasn't been invented.
I have a bit of trouble as well, but that's why we have them. These guys that can make use of it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, mate, we've got to talk about the Eisenhower Cup. This is another reason why I'm a little bit disappointed with the coverage that we got.
Exactly.
That's one of the big events on the golf calendar, is the Eisenhower Cup.
Absolutely.
And we did okay.
Well, they seem to be calling it now the World Amateur Teams Championship. So that's how big it is. It is the World Teams Championship, and Australia tied for second.
Yeah.
America won by 11 shots, so they were just far too good. But but they've been so far in front in amateur golf for so long because of the college program that they've had going for years and years.
Yeah.
We're certainly catching up. There's no question, but. Our 3 guys went away, and we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, because Jack Buchanan, who sat in this seat 3 years ago when he was a young lad just starting, coming through.
Yeah.
He finished 72, 71, 68, his last 3 scores. Absolutely outstanding effort.
Serious golf.
He comes home, it got him up to second place. He gets a silver medal to keep for the rest of his life. It's a bit like the Olympics, a world championship. And now he comes to Royal Melbourne this week for the Asia Pacific,
which is a big one again.
Absolutely
another
massive
event,
because it's sponsored by the Masters and the British Open,
it gets you
or
entry.
the Open as they like to call it. The winner gets to both.
In the Masters and the Open.
There's a lot of professional golfers that would kill to get on the Masters and the Open that have never made, and really good players. So the winner of this gets that opportunity. So
and we've had a couple. We've had a couple of sneaky ones.
Yes, we have.
That have got into the Masters because of that.
Harrison Crowe last year.
Yeah.
Anthony Madaka.
He
won it. So
Curtis Luck.
He may have well have, yes. I think you're right.
Curtis Luck, I think he might have done it as well.
Yeah.
So,
it's a great tournament.
It staggers me that we just don't get the
and Royal Melbourne, that will be on television.
That will be.
So we'll get a bit of that.
The one on the weekend, was on television.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet no coverage anywhere else.
Yeah.
Not a mention anywhere else.
No.
Not as if they're just saying, well, a little bit of a snippet at the end of the sports is nothing. Just nothing.
Yeah.
And it staggers me.
Didn't even, the Sunday Mailer had all the team scores, all of the golf club, the club scores, and it didn't even fit.
Nothing.
Couldn't they?
And Kade, what's next for you? I mean, it's maybe a scholarship in America. Is that something that you were inspired to, or is that sort of a pathway for your?
That's actually something that I've looked into recently.
Yeah.
And speaking with family and friends and stuff, that's probably not the pathway that I'm looking to head towards.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm just trying to finish school, practice as much as I can and stuff, and then work through the Golf Australia High Performance Program, and then work my way from there and see where it goes.
Isn't that fantastic?
You know, I turned the TV on very quickly on the weekend.
Yeah.
Very quickly, I went bang, I turned the TV on, and the commentator said, well, here's young Kade Bryant from South Australia playing his third shot into the par 5. Bang, in the hole it went. Right for Eagle. And I've gone, yes, we're talking to this bloke on the show on Friday. And it wasn't him.
Oh, right.
The commentator got it wrong.
Best score? What was your best? What would be your best score?
I've had 7 under around Glenelg off the Blues.
Okay, that is fantastic.
It's got you covered.
Guys, thanks so much for coming in. It's absolutely brilliant, and all the very best of your career. And you know, maybe next time you come on SA Sports Show in a helicopter or your own little private jet, because that top level is Hollywood. It's Hollywood. But,
exactly.
Good on you.
Fantastic,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We're back after the break.